Welcome, everybody, to Too Legit to Crit, a tabletop role-playing podcast hosted by two guys who were clearly victims of the spell Power Word Incompetence.
Yeah, that's just sad because it's true.
I know most of the ones I do are true.
Yeah, but they're funny because they're true. This one's just sad because it's true.
Yeah, you're not wrong. My name is John Santana.
I'm still Justin.
And how are you still, Justin? Your voice sounds better.
It's not.
It does. It sounds it. It sounds better.
It sounds it. It's not. I mean, you know, but nobody listening knows that right before we swapped to this and started talking, I was sitting here coughing up a lung.
You were, yes, you were.
It's not fun.
Yeah, and I was going, you all right?
You okay there, buddy?
You're all right. You know, am I going to be doing this alone for the foreseeable future? So, how have you been keeping, man? Other than obviously dying of lurgy?
Dying of lurgy. I've been good, man. My PC decided to do a die, so that was fun. It turned itself off for a whole day. Wouldn't turn back on. It was just like, no, I'm having a day off. Fuck off. And then when it did turn on, everything's just sitting at 100%. So I've ordered a new PC, which has not arrived yet, which is why you're streaming today.
This is why I am streaming from my computer, and I don't know. We thought we'd give it a try, see how it works, see, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Christ, I spent enough money on this computer. It should fucking hold up. Jesus Christ, if it doesn't.
So I've got a new PC coming tomorrow, which I'm excited about.
Fair
then
enough.
I'm spending 2 weeks away for work, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks living in a hotel. It's going to suck.
So yes, next week I'm going to be joined by a very special guest. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we reveal it? Do we not?
No, we never reveal things.
No, should we keep it secret?
We're like proper GMs.
Yeah, we've got like the GMs. I wish I had my GM screen because I just put it up in front of the camera.
Oh, I could go get mine. It's over there. My daughter broke mine. I'm very upset.
Oh, the one you
built?
The one
I built. Yeah, she broke it. She was playing around with it the other day, and she broke the shelves I built for minis.
Yeah.
She broke those off, so I've got to glue them back in.
Yeah, but did you fuck up the dice roller already?
No, the dice roller is fine.
That wasn't the one part of it that you left out in the sun or something like that, or no?
No, that was a different dice roller. That was one I 3D printed. I left out in the sun, and part of it melted.
Apparently we are not getting any noise from you. Any sound?
Well, rude.
Okay, do you want to try that again?
Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Fair enough. Well, you know, we had to
and things got significantly worse the minute I could be heard.
Fair enough. I mean, because there's me praising how well your voice sounds, and no fucker can hear you.
Nobody can hear it. They were all like, "Yeah, it sounds amazing," because we can't hear him.
All I can say is thank Christ Couch was in the chat.
Yeah, could you imagine? It's the whole episode of me just in silence.
I mean, you'd be able to see it when I uploaded the audio, and you know it'd be fine. But
so it'd be a funny episode.
So, what have you been doing Tatarupaga related? If anything,
Tatarupaga related, not an awful lot. We played the Ultima Fabula, obviously the other day, which was fun, as always. We met a new person in the Fabula of Ultima Ring.
We did.
He very almost got himself killed by us.
Yeah, we got a new companion.
Yep, we got a new buddy.
I like him.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, so yeah, but it was a really good session.
It was, as always.
Yeah,
we accidentally did a thing for the bad guy.
I'm still going to maintain that I'm going to maintain my innocence in that, because I missed the session where the whole thing was explained. And then when I got back,
I missed lots of sessions that led to us fucking stuff up.
That's where we're going. It's like, that's where we're going.
Well, we were going there to stop the thing. which
we
you
did
did
the
know.
thing.
And we ended up walking into the room, and then it locked. And our choices were do the thing or die. Right? Those were our choices. So
To be honest,
yeah.
but your character and mine were to blame for that because you went,
Yeah.
"Oh, there's double doors. Let's go
I'm gonna
through."
walk
And I
through
went,
them. Yeah.
and I was right behind you. So
Yeah. So we kind of have to shoulder a lot of the blame for that, I think.
yes, we do, we do.
Yep. But we did the thing. Big purple light shot in the sky. I miss all the sessions. I mean, I do, but that's because work. And I have to travel a lot for work, unfortunately.
Yes. So he's missing Delta Green as well this week.
I am. I miss it. Well, and I'm going to miss Fabula next week because I'm away next week as well. I'm away for both weeks.
So yeah, you're going to miss all the sessions.
I am going to be paying for expensive internet though, not this week obviously because I'm at home, but next week to hopefully maybe be able to watch at least the stream.
Well, I mean, if you've got decent internet, if I'm,
it won't be decent. It won't be decent.
Yeah, but you'd be enough to video conference because technically all you would need to do is conference in.
In theory, but I don't know because the last time I've tried to use Discord in a hotel, even when I had the expensive internet, it didn't work very well.
Well, yeah, the expensive internet was shit then.
Yeah, but it's the same hotel.
Oh, really? Same hotel, same place?
No, different place, but same chain.
It'll be the same chain.
It's gonna be the same connection. Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping I can at least watch this time. But we'll see.
Oh, fair enough. We'll just have to see, because next week it's myself and the surprise guest.
Surprise guest. Yeah.
And the surprise guest. So I'm actually looking forward to it. You will be missed, but at the same time.
No, I won't.
No, I mean, come on, you will. You'll be missed by me, not by anybody else, but by me.
Nobody else.
Nobody else. But yes, I'm looking forward to having our surprise guest on. Every time I say it, I'm going to say it like that.
Like that, yeah. You've got it, I think.
Yeah, I've definitely got to.
We did hit kind of a milestone this week, though, with the channel as a whole. We've hit 7,000 collective views on the YouTube channel, which is pretty cool.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Mostly in part to the latest short that we did of the It's in the Cards. That for some reason just went absolutely mental. But yeah, so yeah, we've hit just over 7,000 views now on YouTube, which is insane. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we cannot thank everyone enough. Everyone that's supporting the channel in any way, shape, or form, whether it's by watching us, talking to their friends about us, giving us a comment, telling us what you like, what you didn't like, hitting the like button. Any little thing goes absolutely. A long way to kind of growing. And we're happy with the way things are going. We're happy with the growth that we're getting, and we're just gonna carry on being us.
Yeah, I mean that's all we've ever done, and people seem to like it.
I know. I'm not used to this.
Yeah, normally when we're us, people are like, can you like? There's always a door over there. Could you use it?
Do you mind just fucking
just close it? No, from the other side. Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, it's like even in school, I was never I was kind of like a wallflower. I just nobody knew I was there, but
you existed.
I enjoyed that,
Yeah, man.
So luckily this is behind a screen and it's not actually in person, because if not, I would be having the biggest fucking anxiety attack you could ever imagine.
Oh, yeah. No, it's crazy, man.
It is, man. But... So I did something quite fun in the Tatarubaga space. So in my Abomination Vaults game, there was a particularly harrowing combat, and the paladin, the champion, the Redeemer champion, I do believe, he got feeble-minded.
Oh,
Yeah, like proper, just completely feeble-minded. And when it happened, I thought, it's they'll find a way. And so then they started looking at their options, and there was no way they were going to be able to counteract it without a natural 20.
Hmm.
And considering they only had a wand of Remove Curse, which in Pathfinder gets 1 charge per day, it was like, they're going to have to spend days here.
yeah.
So it was becoming quite clear that without GM intervention, it wasn't going to get resolved quickly. So I'll say, fortunately, some of the most of the players weren't able to attend. So I did the age old trope of a voyage into this guy's mind
Yeah.
with another character who was friends with him and died.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
so they got to so the other player got to play this character again after
Yeah,
so
like
many
yeah,
months.
yeah, a while, yeah. That's
And yeah,
cool.
we did like a little mini adventure where the town of Atari was getting absolutely decimated and they had to fight their way through it. And at the end of it, he wakes up and he's no longer feeble-minded. It's actually a
That's cool.
really
I like
cool,
that. Yeah.
really cool way about fixing it,
Yeah. Oh,
you
definitely.
know,
That sounds really cool.
without
Um,
giving anyone anything. It was like, right, you're
mm.
going to earn this. So
Like
that was quite
I've seen
fun.
I've seen a similar sort of concept to do with death saving throws. So instead of or more so like using revivify,
Mm,
because it and I kind of agree with what it was. I think it was like a short or something I saw on from somebody else that was talking about it, and I kind of agree with their point of revivify feels a bit meh because it's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, you get a diamond and then suddenly dude's alive again. Like what? So the way they handle it is there's no material cost for it, but there is like a little mini adventure where you have to go and rescue their soul from death.
Mm,
And that it's essentially like it's just a little one-shot dungeon. And if you succeed, they're alive. If you don't, they're dead.
mm,
And I kind of like that because then it kind of it adds well, one, it adds like an adventure element to what they're trying to achieve, right? There's some risk involved, and it genuinely feels like a reward when, like in your situation, the guy's no longer
yeah.
mental, or in the revivify situation, you've rescued this character literally from death,
Yeah.
and I
I
like
mean,
that. I think that's something I want to try and incorporate more into my games as well.
one of the things I began to detest about Pathfinder First Edition was that death was a status effect.
Yeah, essentially,
You
yeah.
know, the way the game carried no meaning anymore. You know,
Mm.
they die like, oh, we got diamonds, yeah, job's a good one. And there was always the caveat of, oh, if the soul doesn't want to come back, who's gonna fucking do that?
Yeah.
Where second edition I do like a bit better because it does kind of, in a narrative way, give the GM the final say.
Mm.
So if the GM goes, nope,
Nope. No, but no, but no.
have you tried? No.
So it just reminds me of that scene from Austin Powers. How about no? Zip it, zip, zip.
And there's the soundbite.
Fine.
Justin's uncanny Doctor Evil impression.
How about no? Oh, both taking a sip at the same time there. Top tier content.
I think that was it. That was boom. Oh no. Okay, we could actually start drinking game. Guys, you drink when we have a drink.
all my all my nightclub training. Start necking it. No, I am drinking a lot at the moment just because my throat's still fucked.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So,
yeah, a bit lubricated.
so I do have a little bit of a topic today.
Go for it.
I wanted to
What's
kind of throw at
on
you.
your mind?
All right, okay. So you have now had the experience of like multiple systems. You've kind of broken
have.
away from the tunnel vision that is 5e.
Hmm.
And you've tried different systems. You know, you've
Yes.
tried like systems that people have created and brought onto the crit list. By the way, crit list is now airing. Check it
Yes.
out every Thursday.
Okay.
So you've now tried different systems with different sort of angles
Styles and flavors.
towards the way they resolve combat, etc. Right? So I want to know whether you lean me more towards the narrative style of gaming.
Hmm.
So, for example, let's say Blades in the Dark, Powered by the Apocalypse, Covenant Crucible, etc. The
Fabulous.
list goes on. Fabula Ultima,
Hmm.
or the tactical kind of games where you would be, well, your 5e would kind of fall in there. Pathfinder would fall in there.
Yeah.
Things where positioning and movement and they kind of, I mean, Fabula, I'm going to kind of put somewhere in the middle
It has elements of both, but I think
because
the positioning
you're
and stuff with Fabula it's still
irrelevant.
narratively done, if you know what I mean.
But again, the narrative, like you narrating what happens, doesn't affect the action.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of put that Fabula kind of somewhere in the middle.
It's somewhere in the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of answers my question. Because I think the game I'm enjoying the most at the moment is Fabula. But I think if I had to choose, just for me personally, it probably would be I would lean towards a more tactical game. Mainly because it appeals to my video gamer brain. I've always been very tactical with how I play video games as well. So I think that's just the way that's the bit that makes my brain tick. So I think I still lean that way a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoy all of those other systems that you said, right? But I think if I had to choose one style to play forever, I'd probably still choose tactical.
That's fair.
It might not be 5e because I am getting a bit bored of 5e. It wouldn't be Pathfinder just because I don't overly enjoy playing it. I like it, I just don't enjoy playing it. That's just a personal thing. I think it's because I've still got the negative memories from when I did play it, and it's just got that like you know what I mean. It's just that there's that little voice in the back of my head. It's like I just don't like that. There's your soundbite. There you go. There's both of them in the first 10 minutes. Let's go.
That's it. I'm planning on doing like 3, so
efficiency.
Give me some more.
But yeah, I think that it would be that, right? Because I mean, even like if you look at the way I've kind of built Pote in Fabula, he has still got like tactical elements because like I can tactically choose when I jump in front to protect, to maximize my counter attacks and things like that. So like even in there, I'm still finding ways to tactically play.
That's where
I think it's just because my brain works that way.
Yeah, that's where the tactical element of Fabula comes in. It's not so much about positioning and whatnot. It is about structuring the turn.
Stuff. Yeah.
It's like, okay, right. So if I go last in this turn and I'm guarding, that means I've got the entire round guarding, sort of thing. And that is the tactics.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a Pathfinder venture agent, but at the same time, I am more and more stepping away from tactical combat.
Yeah.
The more I think, and I'm using Pathfinder as an example, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, Pathfinder, a GM isn't needed. Because everything is resolved as per the rules. And again, I know people will say, oh, that depends on the GM. Yes, but the system has a lot to to play in that. Whereas in other systems, Blades in the Dark, Monster of the Week, where what you say as a player has an impact on what actually happens.
Yeah.
You know, we're not tied into, okay, well, on page so-and-so, it says if I roll this, then this happens.
Mm.
And I'm liking that a lot more. I'm liking that that style of play where it's more of a conversation.
Yeah.
Between player and GM.
I think that it feels more like a collaborative story rather than a story with mechanics thrown in.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said the video game sort of mentality. Yeah. If I push X, it jumps.
It does this, yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Well, in the same vein, you take a look at Pathfinder, and there is a DC. I need to roll to beat that DC, and then I accomplish. Whereas I'm liking the games where we have a conversation. Where rather, like, for example, Delta Green, you fail your sound check, you take more than 5 sanity, you go temporarily insane. But that in itself is a conversation of, okay, what do you think your character would do? You can run away, you can fight, or you can just like crumble, as it were. And you tell me what you think your character would do.
Yeah.
And I'm just enjoying that a lot more. It feels, again, it just feels like it's storytelling. It feels like we're creating something. No, and exactly, I don't feel like there's necessarily the same sort of hierarchy. Whereas, you know, in Pathfinder, you are there as a GM to kind of interpret the rules and make sure the rules are followed. In these other systems, it's a bit looser and it's a bit, well, let's take a look.
Yeah, I feel like in a lot of the other systems, the role of GM really becomes role of playing all the NPCs in the story rather than playing all the NPCs and being the referee. I mean, we've touched on that, right? That GMs are essentially just referees in things like 5e and stuff like that. Because they're just there to settle rule disputes, right? At the end of the day. And yes, they play the role of, you know, the tavern owner, or they play the role of NPC 7 at the fountain or whatever. But they're not like the rules element of it is just they have the final say on how to interpret the book. It's not really needed. I mean, some board games have very, very slick ways of settling that rule. I think it's Muffin Time, the one that's behind me here, or it might be, I can't remember. I think it's that one. The rule for like who settles rule disputes is whoever bought the game. So that I own the game. So if there's a rule dispute, it goes my way because I paid for the game.
I mean, yeah, I don't think there's
nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
that. But that's codified in the rule book. In the rule book, it says.
I like the fact that it's codified in the rule book.
If there's an argument, whoever bought the game has final say.
No, I'm inclined to agree with that, to be fair.
Yep. But yeah, so like it's and essentially that's what it comes down to, right? Is the GM reads a rule one way, the players might read another, and that's the only difference. You could play that same campaign or that same adventure path or whatever you want to call it, without the GM having anything to do with the rules. Like if you had a referee, right, just for argument's sake, you could play that campaign without the GM having anything to do with the rules, and it would work exactly the same way. Which means that those players could just read the book that the GM's reading. And I mean, like we've said it before, right? The only thing that's going to spoil is they're going to have meta knowledge of what's coming up. They just have to not use that.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, and I know the last time I said it, I got, you know, people weren't best happy.
We had a bit of a... But the thing is, right, it's true.
But to be honest, pissing people off is my thing anyway, so...
It very much is, yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. And again, it kind of boils down to when you've got so many rules and everything is accounted for.
Yeah.
Every little iteration, there is a rule that will reflect that. Then that just makes the GM unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like the old days where you had 6 skills and that was it, right?
Yeah.
And then it was because then it was a case of I want to do this. Okay, well then the GM's going to sit there and figure out. Okay, well you want to do that. That's probably going to be a strength thing or maybe a dex thing. They've got to make those decisions. Whereas now everything is so, especially with like all the breakdown of skills that you've got, especially in like you look at like some of the Pathfinder First Edition character sheets, right? How many skills there were on that sheet?
Yeah.
Like there was a skill for, like you had different skills for different types of knowledge. Like
yeah, I mean the worst. I say the worst. I'm doing a bit of a disservice, to be honest. But the rule system with the most skills I've ever seen was Rollmaster.
Yeah,
that was just because it's a skill based system.
I didn't play that with you guys. I'd left.
But it was like there is a skill to parry. There is a skill to, and it was like there is a skill to use ranged weapons. There is a skill to use thrown weapons. There's a skill to use.
It's just a video game on paper, right? Because that's how video games work. They have all those skills built in because they have to for the math, right? And at that point, yeah, like the GM is literally just the engine behind the game. That's what they're doing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, and also there is the whole maps and tokens side of things.
I mean, I love maps and tokens. We know this.
And I know you love maps and tokens. I do love maps and tokens. I love designing maps. I love creating them. I love like cracking open Dungeon Draft or Dungeon Alchemist and going to town and creating these weird and wonderful maps and
going to town, eh?
Oh, just you should see my computer screen afterwards.
We are children. I don't apologize. I was
No,
going to say I apologize. I don't. That would be a lie.
No, but it's another soundbite.
It is, yeah.
Now I need to find out where I've got my time codes because I need to write them down. But yeah, I do enjoy maps. I do enjoy tokens, but at the same time, it takes away so much of my prep time when I can be thinking of the narrative side of things, which is what really, what I really enjoy.
Yeah, I think like for me, it doesn't, right? Because the way I design my dungeons and my maps is I get my daughter at the table, I give her the tiles, she lays out a map, I take a photo of it. That's my dungeon map.
So, just you're outsourcing to child labor.
Yes,
that's what I'm hearing.
Yes, I outsource my dungeon design to child labor. Yes.
Right. Okay. So kind of like
she gets paid. She gets paid. She gets squashies. Yes. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
and as we know, she loves those squashies.
There's a huge socio-political topic we're kind of skating around here.
That's fine. Hey, if you don't have kids to help you do stuff around the house, what's the point?
Mine don't lift a fucking finger. I refuse. Now, I mean,
to be fair,
I'll get my
to her it's a game.
Shit in the bin.
Yeah, to her it's a game. We play trolls, is what she calls it, and we go and she lays out a dungeon path. We put the troll models that I've got around the dungeon path, and then we roll dice going through the dungeon path. So she gets a game out of it as well.
Now, when you say trolls, do you mean D&D trolls, or do you mean
actual trolls? Yeah, no, actual trolls.
You mean like the movie and the toy figures and
no, like
that would be awesome.
I mean, a little bit of both because she talks about them as though. So my little troll models that I've got, she refers to them as the trolls from Frozen because she's in that Frozen phase at the minute, so she loves Frozen.
Everybody loves Frozen.
But then my big trolls, they're the big scary trolls from under the bridge.
Right.
So those are the bad trolls. So we fight those trolls.
Can you get another third one and just go, these are the internet ones?
It's just a meme face, like on a
It's
stick.
just a meme face and,
Oh,
just like a
meme face on
speech
a
bubble
stick.
complaining about
Yeah.
woke culture.
Well, she got in trouble the other day because she said her first swear word.
Right. Okay.
I didn't care because she used it correctly, but
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
she was playing Uno. She didn't get the card she wanted, and she went, "Oh fucking!"
Nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
I couldn't be that upset. She used it correctly.
no, I mean, she used it perfectly fine. And the way
Yeah.
I always see it, and I saw it with my kids, and, when they're at a certain age, it's a sound.
Yeah.
And you can go around and just kind of go, you shouldn't say that. But,
Basically
I've
what we
never
do.
told my kids off for it because the last thing I want is, oh, I'm being told off for speaking.
Yeah, that's basically what we said. We just said that word's a bad, like it's a bad word. People don't like that word, so
And
don't use that word.
yeah, some of the shit my kids have come out with is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like the thing is, like we knew it was coming because like she's getting to that age, right, where there's a lot of outside influence and stuff.
yeah.
With like school and just people at the park and stuff like that. So we knew it was coming, and we just weren't sure what it was going to be or when. But yeah, it was last night playing Uno. And let's be honest, if there's ever a game that's going to make someone swear, it's Uno.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Like
100%. I mean,
the only thing that could have been better is if it was like after a +4 was played, like +4. Oh, fuck off.
I mean, because I play Uno with my kid, and from time to time he beats me, and I've got to bite my tongue and go, goodness sake.
Oh, fudge.
That's why I love Bluey, because it gives you a whole bunch of like euphemisms. Oh, biscuits.
Yeah, we've started watching Bluey now, which I'm very happy about because it's one of the few kids shows that doesn't make me want to rip my ears off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, I've got my youngest is she's still into Bluey, but she's gonna get to the point where I'm still gonna watch the fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a fucking cracking show. It's got some of the best fucking writing I have ever seen.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
If you haven't seen Bluey,
anyway, we've got slightly off topic.
Ooh, a Bluey tabletop role playing
game. Ooh.
Aha, see, brought it back. Bluey tabletop role playing game. All right, so it's it'd be more like a slice of life game. Obviously, combat mechanics, we'll scrap them, but we could do encounter mechanics.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so
I mean, like obviously, like they would play as the kids, right? Because the parents are just kind of around a lot of the time, right? And the encounters would be like how they handle the games that they're playing and stuff like that. Because that's like what a lot of the episodes where there's other kids involved are, right?
Yeah, they're playing games. They're playing, nearly every episode is them playing a game of some description. So yeah,
I kind of like that.
And you could probably have the parents as a sort of
as the GM role.
No,
where it's like they help to. Well, no, I just meant more. They help to steer towards an account. Like, oh, we're going to the park today, kids, and then that's where the encounters happen or whatever.
No, I'm thinking that the parents could either be a sort of NPC that the kids have a limited resource they can bring in.
Okay.
To help them with the game.
Yeah.
And at the same time, that same NPC can be like have the parents as NPCs and have them in different roles. Like perhaps one day the dad is the adversary.
Yeah.
Adversary in the game.
Adversary.
Adversario. There you go.
I can't give you too much shit. It's your second language. But
it's weird. There are certain words that get me. It's like, oh, you fuck.
Hey, it's my first language, and there's some words that get me, dude. Like, For me, it's You know, when you have epilepsy, I can say that, but I can't say that. When you have the fit that comes
Epileptic.
with it, that
Yeah.
one. Can't say that. Can't say that word. I can say epilepsy. Can't say that one.
No, that's fair
Make it
enough.
make sense.
No, that's fair enough.
Can't. Yeah. Anyway,
but yes, so
I'd play that. I'd play the
have the
shit out of that.
parents as like either like the obstacle to get past, because sometimes the parents in playing the games
they
are that,
play they play that role,
or they can be the conduit for the game as well.
yeah, because again there's also like times where like the dad is like the train, right, and he's pushing them around to play the game. Yeah, I like that. I'd play that. I would play the shit out of that.
You know, you'd want to keep it simple though. You'd want to,
yeah, I was gonna say you can keep it really simple as well, because then you can get the get kids involved to play it as well.
Yeah, maybe powered by the apocalypse hack.
Mm.
You know, 2d6.
Yes.
You know.
Interesting.
I think we've
I mean, I'm going to be spending 2 weeks in a hotel. I might do some writing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth looking at.
I'm going to finish my game because I've got some things I need to iron out on it from playtesting it.
Yeah. Also, I mean, we've got our game, but that's kind of...
we need to sit down and do that as well.
Yeah, but this is another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily. I don't think it can be Bluey. I don't think we're getting the licensing for that.
I'm going to send an email. Hey, the worst they can say is nothing.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think we may be onto something there.
I think we might. I think that's that. Yeah, I'd play that. Would definitely play that.
But yeah, so anyway, we were talking about tactical versus narrative. I'd definitely
that would be narrative.
That would be a narrative game, and I'm definitely in the narrative camp, so that is right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't have much on the notice board today.
No, we don't.
But first, we do need to just say a little thank you to our partners this evening.
Yarp.
Okay, so first of all, check out Deals of Opportunity. It's an automatic, simple, and free way to save on the tabletop role-playing games that you want. So you just add your Drive-Thru RPG or Dungeon Masters Guild wish list, and you get notified anytime a title on your list goes on sale. You just need to set it up and save. And I mean, all in all, it's probably saved me about 40, 50 quid.
That's a free book.
Yeah, that's it, you know. So, you know, the stuff I buy, I'll put it in there the moment it goes on sale. You know, because I don't check out, you know, Drive-Thru every day.
Oh, God, no.
No, I set up a wish list and let Deals of Opportunity do the work for me.
let you get notified when you can get it cheap.
Exactly.
Like the budgie.
Exactly. And then another shout out to 13th Moon Games. It's a family-run indie game company out of Wyoming, USA, that created the tabletop role-playing game Covenant Crucible. It's a game of modern-day witchcraft. If you can imagine John Wick and the John Wick movies and The Last Witch Hunter getting together and have a really pretty baby, this would be it. If you want to check out more, check out their Discord. Find them on Patreon or find them on Instagram. We've played it, we've loved it, we've recorded it, and it is coming out next week.
And more importantly, we're in it.
We are in it, yes. Yes. We are NPCs.
More importantly.
We are NPCs in this game. I mean,
yes.
I'm gonna buy a copy just for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So excited, man.
You know, check out our threads. So check out our threads and check out Bald Beastie on threads as well. He's posted artwork of Justin and myself. I'm looking normal. Justin's in cosplay.
Yeah. What's your point?
No point.
The best thing is, I didn't even dress up for that photo. That's just a photo I had on my phone.
I know it is. That is just, you know, Stefan sent me the thing of kind of going, right, I need pictures of you guys. So I sent him.
It's just like a headshot of you.
Yeah, a bunch of me. Like, I looked at it, I'm going to look motherfucking good. So I sent a picture of like this. I sent a picture. So they picked one. And then I asked you for photos and you just sent me them. It's like, all right. So we're taking different packs here.
Yeah. I mean, I had leather shoulder plates on. I had a sword. I had a staff.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were
The
living
staff,
it. It was amazing.
the staff broke. I'm
How
very
did you
upset.
manage that? Why are you breaking things?
I didn't break on purpose. I was using it because in one of the campaigns I'm playing, right? I'm playing my Tortle Necromancer, who definitely isn't a necromancer. Definitely a necromancer. So while I was playing, I had my staff. And I moved it and I kind of banged the base of the staff a little too hard. And the
Yeah.
vibrations, because essentially it's just a PVC pipe, right? The vibrations broke the glue. So I gotta glue it all back together. It was very
Only
upsetting.
you. Only you.
I mean, yeah. I was very upset.
Oh,
But
well-
yeah,
But yeah, sorry, I lost access to the chat. It kicked me out.
yeah, there's a lot to catch up on. Actually, we fell behind. Speaking of, Stefan's actually in chat.
Stefan!
Him and Couch have been chatting away. Couch says give him 2 weeks and he'll get a working draft sorted.
Oh yeah, I mean, he knows Powered by the Apocalypse very well. To be fair, Powered by the Apocalypse isn't the hardest thing to do. You know,
But yeah,
I think everybody kind of knows Powered by the Apocalypse well at this point. If you want to do something, get a playbook. It's great. I love Powered by the Apocalypse.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the narrative. I think Stefan's in the narrative camp. He's just put that in the chat.
Yeah.
I do think that the whole industry is kind of moving away.
It is moving that way.
Slightly.
It is moving that way.
You know, I mean, it kind of makes sense because this whole hobby was started out as well, it was an offshoot from wargaming.
Yeah, and I think as well, in this day and age, moving towards a more narrative play style also makes more sense for games because the way that these games are going to get exposure and get, seen by a wider audience is things like live plays that we have now. All of these like podcasts, not like ours, but like the Crit List where we actually play them. Or some of all of these other actual plays that are out there and stuff like that. Narrative suits them so much better because they don't need a camera on a VTT. They don't need a screen cap for the VTT that's clear so people can see what's happening. They can actually make the narrative and the story and the people that are telling the story the main feature, which I think is part of the reason that a lot of the industry is moving that way. Is you get free advertising from the people playing your game rather than having to market yourself.
And to be honest, I mean, I won't say this for tactical combat because, as we've said, Fabula has got that tactical element to it.
Yeah.
I will say it about positional combat. So where positioning is massively important, where you need a grid and yeah, I mean 100% and D&D. Let's not beat around the bush.
Doesn't really need it. D&D doesn't really need it. Doesn't really rely on it.
It's just it slows everything down.
Yeah.
If I'm running a Pathfinder game, I have to account for about an hour per combat. Unless things go incredibly well, then that's basically what it's going to take.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
So yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards the narrative. But anyway, let's have a look at a couple of things that we have found onto
Notice board.
Onto Notice Board. And because I'm streaming, we did not have enough time to set up my camera for my dice cam.
I don't have dice at my desk at the minute.
So I'm rolling for both of us.
No. Bear with me 2 moments. They're only over there.
It would be great if you were fucking prepared. So while Justin is getting his dice, don't hesitate to check out the Crit List. Every Thursday we air. We're currently airing Bind. We did episode 1 last week. Part 2 is coming out this Thursday. We had an amazing amount of time. There was something with Couch's character and a foot, which was fucking phenomenal. And
Yeah,
so don't hesitate to check it out. And next week, you've heard us talking about it over and over again ad nauseum. It's Covenant Crucible. You're finally going to get to see it played. And oh my god, what a load of fun. Even the character creation is we just had such a laugh doing it. So don't hesitate to check that out. And in the meantime, Justin and I are going to go ahead and I'll roll for initiative. I think you might have got me. What'd you get? I rolled a 5. I rolled a 5.
I got a 13. I got double digits.
Nice. So you are going first.
I am. So I found a thing.
Ooh, what'd you find? What'd you find?
It is called Adventure's Edge.
Interesting.
Yes. Now,
wait, I think we may have seen these before.
We've mentioned them before. Yes.
Yeah.
Because they use their own rules of Pathfinder, so they've made a bunch of changes to Pathfinder.
Yes.
And we've covered them before. So we covered them when they were just launching their season 1 stuff.
Right.
They're now launching season 2.
Oh, amazing. That's fantastic news. It's really good. It's really good to kind of see these things kind of flourish. And
yeah. So I had a quick listen, because obviously we did have a listen back then, but it's always nice to see like the growth of, I mean, like ours, right? You look at our first few episodes and audio quality was terrible, or we didn't do video. Like we've made a lot of progress in the year that we've been doing this, which is still weird to me that we've been doing this a year. So I thought I'd have a listen because they've got a trailer for the previous season to kind of give you a taste of the whole season, which was kind of cool. So I gave that a listen, and oh my god, if this is not another example of people doing stuff better than us. It's just really, really cool. Like the audio quality is great. They've all got fantastic like microphones and stuff like that, so the audio quality comes great. But not just that, they all have really good voices as well. And they're also doing like some character voice work and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. So you can hear when the different people are doing whatever they're doing and stuff like that. Like there's clear lines dividing like player speaking and character speaking and stuff like that. And it's funny as well. Like there's some funny stuff. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. They've got a couple of things to look at. So they've got Heroes of the Veil, which is the main show. And then they've got like a Tell Us More, which is like a Q&A behind the scenes-y type thing, where they talk about, the world, plot, stuff like that. And then they've got a show called The Game Mentors, which does a lot of stuff that we try and do, but they do it a lot better than us, where they provide advice on running or playing games as well.
Okay.
So so it's just a really, really cool little project that they've got going on, and it's really, really fun and interesting.
No, I mean it definitely sounds good, and like I remember us going through the kind of the rules that the rule changes, and they were really interesting.
Yeah, and all of those rule changes are available for free on their website as well.
Yeah, because I was just having a look.
You could just download the PDF, and it's got.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the summary of differences. So between PF Core and what they call Epic P6, characters gain class levels from 1st to 6th level. After 6th level, characters do not gain any more class levels. They gain character levels, which grants them 1 feat and 1 skill point per level, regardless of original class, plus the favored class bonus. That's a high-powered campaign.
Yes.
That is. Characters do still gain stat points. All spellcasters are spontaneous. So no more prepared, no more
Which I honestly I hate prepared spell casting.
Yeah, I'm just not a
It's
fan of Vancian
so
anyway.
annoying. I mean,
Alignments have been
I've
removed from most classes.
changed all
Some 4th level spells can be learned as rituals by taking the ritual magic feat, which is, is quite cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, so do check that out then.
The one that I do like is that critical hits, natural 20s result in max damage, even if the crit is not confirmed. I like that. Because that was one of the things I hated in Pathfinder.
The confirming.
You would roll a nat 20, be like, yes, and then you wouldn't confirm. You're like, well, fuck. So this still gives you something for that, which I kind of like. Because
the confirmation.
You're not doubling, but you're still maxing your damage. You know what I mean? So it's like pretty good.
No, I mean that's been quite a popular house rule.
Yeah,
because a lot of people were frustrated about that rule in first edition.
Yeah.
All right, so I have got something to show you.
Go for it.
All right, so this is someone on Threads that we interact with quite often at the Organised DM. All right, they decided that they were going to put together some really fucking cool looking spell scrolls.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, just looking at the pictures that are on Threads, they look amazing.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we haven't set up
set
up a sharing on thingy yet, so
no,
no, we'll do that next week. But they are really fucking cool, proper parchment and all that. So that kind of prompted me to kind of go, all right. So what else do you do?
They've got wax seal and everything on them.
So they've got an Etsy store, which has got 5 stars from the get-go.
Yeah.
But stationery for tabletop role-player games, designer dungeons, caverns, outdoor terrain sets. A lot of, from what I gather, 3D printed and decorated stuff.
Yeah.
Campaign journals. Yeah, there's a lot of cool shit on here, to be honest.
Really, really cool stuff, yeah.
You know.
So cool. Oh, those are cool. The dragon scale notepads and sticky notes.
Yes,
so
yes, I
they've
saw
got like
them.
a watermark of the dragon scales on the paper. That's really cool.
Yeah, battle boards. They've got loads of so many terrain pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. So another fine example of people doing stuff better than us, because these terrain pieces look a billion times better than mine.
Well, to be fair, you haven't painted most of yours.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
because I ran out of hyperfocus. All right,
that helps.
Well, no, I mean they've even got like light up puzzle rooms as a terrain piece.
Yeah, I mean there's so much good shit on there.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's really, really cool stuff. I like it. I like it a lot.
So yeah.
So really
all right.
All
right. So yeah, I mean those are things. Check out Adventurer's Edge. Check out the Organised DM. Their Etsy store is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And again, these are people that do things far better than we do. So
yeah.
With that realization, which we realize every week. Oh, there is a couple of things I actually wanted to bring up as well that I also found on Threads. Our good friend, Johnny from Talking XP.
Yes.
He, and let me just find it. I literally had it a minute ago. Margot Mods Games. We covered something they did last week.
Yes, that rings a bell.
Right. So he and Margot Mods Games, there we are. They put together a Candela Obscura one shot that they published.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and 3 days ago he posted, and it's called The Bleeding Edge. You can find it on Drive Through RPG. But more importantly, it got rave reviews from Darrington Press themselves, like
That's cool.
the actual creators
Yeah.
of Candela Obscura, and I'll read it out. It's like, this is beautiful. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I bought a copy and I'm diving in, but it looks incredible. Thank you so much. Please keep us in the loop of your creations because we'd love to highlight creators like you and Margot Mods Games. We're still sorting out how to best assist community content creators, so do let me know if you have ideas, feedback about the process. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Sorry for all the cats, but it really looks lovely.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, that is fucking high praise. You know, I mean, imagine if you did something and Wizards of the Coast didn't send the Pinkertons round to your house. That'd be like a huge compliment.
I mean, I talk about them on a weekly basis, and they haven't sent them around yet.
Well, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. They haven't been back. Then again,
they haven't been around yours either.
They haven't been around mine, and I shit on them every week.
Exactly. Maybe they've learned. Maybe they've learned their lesson.
Maybe they just haven't paid the Pinkertons.
Or that.
Maybe they're forking out for so many like redraws of every AI image.
Yeah, they're having to pay for artists, so they can't afford the Pinkertons.
They're actually having to pay for flesh and bone artists, so they haven't been able to pay their Pinkerton bill.
The Pinkertons are at their door with an invoice.
Pinkertons are like, yeah, you guys know why we're here, right? You know, this cannot be new to you. Man, fuck that company. But anyway, on that note, should we take a little saunter?
I think we should. Let's take a saunter.
To where?
Huh?
To where are we going?
Just over there.
Just to the lounge, yeah.
Yeah, just over there. I mean, mine's literally is just over there. It's the other side of my camera.
All right, so we got 2 to choose from.
Yes.
Both of them from Couch.
Yes.
All right, so we'll go odds the first one, evens the second.
Go for it.
Evens it is. All right.
Cool.
So give me your Sky's the Limit campaign. I'm talking a week solid of gaming, if not more. You could do whatever you want and you can use whatever technology, real or fictional. What are you running and how?
I don't know why, but my mind's gone to some kind of cowboy campaign.
Intriguing.
I think it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while anyway. I mean, we've discussed it a few times in the past, like some kind of cowboy campaign. So I think something Wild Westy, but I don't think I want magic. I think I want it to be like actual Wild West.
Okay.
And then as for like any technology, real or fictional, I mean, you can't go wrong with a holodeck from like Star Trek and stuff, right? Like, you just can't go wrong with a holodeck.
Okay, so then let's because that opens another philosophical debate. If you were to tabletop role play in a holodeck, at what point does it just become LARPing?
I didn't say we were acting it out in the holodeck. We're sitting around a table in the holodeck.
Okay, I'll give you that. Sitting around a table and you can just kind of go. And
any mini you want. Yeah, any mini you want, because it can just, laser hologram it. The table can be as big as you want, so you could actually be walking around the table.
Okay.
Right? So you've got 3D table. It's not just like top-down view of the saloon or whatever. You can actually like investigate. So it means like those elements where it's like, where you give them, like with you've had with your murder mystery stuff.
Yeah.
Rather than just giving them the description or whatever, that element does then become a bit LARPy. right? In that they actually investigate the room,
Yeah.
and things
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that. And it
so
becomes
if,
like a escape roomy type thing.
so again,
I
at what point does it become LARP?
when you call it LARP, so you just don't call it LARP, and then it's still tabletop role playing games.
I think that would become super awkward though, because you're always going to have that one player who's the horny bard. They'd be like, "Oh no, God, no, no!"
Exactly.
You just
But that
want to
means
fuck holograms.
no. That means that he's got to fuck a hologram in front of everyone. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be that guy.
Nobody wants to see what? Nobody wants to see that, Justin. Only you want to see that because you are
Everybody wants to
depraved.
see that.
You are
Everybody wants to
fucking
see that.
depraved. That's why.
Everybody wants to see that. But yeah,
No,
I think
God, no.
I think some kind of cowboy campaign. And I would
Zarasaurus is just put in the chat when you get
when you get out of a
chair,
chair, it's laughing. I mean, the
fucking
the
love
flaw
that,
the flaw with that logic, as John well knows, is I regularly stand up when we're playing at the table. So does that mean that I'm LARPing every session?
Yes. It's even weirder when he gets his penis out. We're trying to roll here, Justin. I mean, come on, dude.
No, it's weirder when I don't.
We're in the middle of combat.
But yeah, I think Cowboys, holodeck, because that would just be awesome. And actually, what Couch has just put, I would actually be absolutely up for. Some kind of force feedback for damage mechanics would be really cool as well.
As in, you kind of feel.
Yeah,
like
so like when you if you get hit, like you feel like a little on your shoulder and stuff like that. Like that'd be quite cool. I think that would be my, if I could do absolutely anything, it would be that.
I honestly, this may be the older person in me speaking, but I would not. I'd lose interest in that really quickly.
Yeah, but that's because you suck.
I'd be there, just kind of going. Can we just go back to rolling dice on a fucking table?
You can.
No, it's
The
like
table's
not real
portable.
dice. No, fuck it.
You can roll real dice.
No, I mean, for me, I've always wanted to run a superhero thing. Haven't quite delved into systems too much, so I'm not quite certain which system I would choose. But it would definitely be superhero, and if I did have the sort of the technology, for me it'd still be pen, paper, and dice. But the technology I would have wouldn't necessarily be a technology. It would be more a resource where I would have someone as a producer, just someone behind me, just to kind of go, right, we're going to watch this video, and it'd be a video of whatever's going on, and then you are in a tavern, all of a sudden the producer goes, well, tavern music. And
so off the back of that, actually, what would be really cool would be to run 2 games simultaneously, where one game is playing the villain for the other game.
I think we've touched on this a couple of times now.
We have. Now, because obviously this is no holds barred, you've got the technology and the ability to do this. We could, right? And that means that everything this game is doing is trying to thwart this game, and this game is trying to destroy the world or whatever the plan is, right? I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how technology would make that any easier, because it's still going to be a bit of a
fictional technology. Make up some technology to do it, where whatever, like, because obviously while this group is making decisions, it could be feeding into what the DM for this group is seeing on their screen. So this group is making the decision to set this trap. Cool. So now on the entrance through this doorway, there's a trap now that I know of.
So you're talking about simultaneously?
Yes, literally simultaneously.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm
So
following.
not like one day we play this game, one day we play this game. I mean, like side by side in the next room, villains playing heroes.
Well, if we're technology, we don't need to be in the next room. We can
Well,
be on
yeah, but
opposite sides of the earth.
yeah,
That technology exists.
it does. It does exist. I think that would be really cool. So essentially, the both DMs are working off of the same like Google Doc or spreadsheet or whatever. I don't know.
We're talking about fucking holodecks, and you go
Yeah.
Google Doc.
It's what I've written my game in. Piss off. But yeah, like they're working on the same like shared workspace essentially. So whatever the villains do directly influences what the GM for the heroes sees, and likewise, whatever the heroes are doing is piping straight through to the DM on the villain side.
Well, I mean, if we're talking fictional technology, let's go batshit insane. Let's do like a clone with a hive mind.
Yeah.
Boom. Problem. There you go. Let's start working. Yeah. Let's start working on that.
Right. Let me just ring Wizards. I'm sure they've made a start already.
No, they haven't. Wizards will have.
Absolutely.
Wizards will have.
It's
copied.
Free labor. Yeah, clone, copied. Same thing.
Nah, I mean
they copy their staff so they don't have to pay them twice.
It's not seedy. It's not seedy enough for that shitty company. By the way, that's the way I'm going to refer to them.
I like that. What Zara's just put in the chat. They could be from different kingdoms. Both are evil and both think they are good.
Yeah, I mean it's relative morality, which is, to be honest, someone actually posted a question. I didn't actually answer, and I should have done. Someone posted a question on Threads, and it was, "What is a recurring theme in your games?" Mine is always like relative morality. So even when the players face a villain, depending on how you look at it, there's always
got a point.
There's always the I mean, there was the guy who gave adventurers false flags, who then would go die and he'd go loot their shit, and his logic was, they're fucking dumb enough to go into these situations.
Well, I mean, the one for me that I think is like a really good example of that is Thanos, right? In like Endgame and Infinity War and stuff, because the reasoning behind snapping and eliminating half of life in the universe was because there's not enough resource, right? So if he doesn't do that, everyone's gonna die. Now, yes, there's the argument of he could have snapped and just doubled the fucking resources. I didn't say he was smart, but I see where he's coming from. Not enough people get rid of the people.
Don't get me wrong.
Didn't have the thought process of not enough people just double the resource, but whatever.
I would Thanos the shit out of the universe, but that would just
absolutely.
That would just be because to get rid of the people. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
about
I hate people.
They'd be like, no.
I wouldn't even do half.
I'd just walk down the street and anybody who looks at me funny would be like,
bye.
Exactly. And I'd go about my day.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like, I mean, that is the relative morality, right? Because like the reason he was doing it was to save the universe. In his mind, he was saving the universe. He couldn't comprehend why these people were trying to stop him from saving the universe, not realizing, of course, that he was just being a fucking moron. But that's a prime example to me of relative morality, because in his mind, he was doing the right thing.
Well, I do believe we've kind of tackled that topic.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So, and I think that's about all we've got time for tonight.
Indeed.
All right. But, okay. So I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us. It's been great. We haven't interacted as much. I'm kind of in a new sort of role here.
And my PC is dying.
And I'm really kind of struggling, but I'll get there. I think we'll probably carry on doing it like this from now on. But also I want to thank our partners. Sorry, Deals of Opportunity and 13th Moon Games. thank you ever so much for your support. It is absolutely fantastic. I want to thank Couch for sending in a great topic for the lounge. Also, thank you to you, Justin, for spending some time with me this evening. Do you want to tell people whereabouts they can find you?
Yes, so I am on most places at Justin Accurate TV. I was streaming stuff over on Twitch before my PC decided it was no longer wanting to be a PC anymore. But my new PC arrives tomorrow, and then I should be streaming stuff again over on Twitch. So those are the main places you can find me, and obviously in the Discord, and I'm generally lurking about on Facebook somewhere.
All right. As for me, you can catch me at naturaljuan at dice.camp. You can also catch me behind most of our social media presence on Instagram, Blue Sky, the Facebook group, Threads, wherever it is. We've got a Facebook presence there, and yeah, I'll normally piss people off because that is kind of my thing. But if you do like what we do and you want to kind of see more, don't hesitate to give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Let's get the word out. Check out our merch store. We've got some great merch. We've got t-shirts, we've got caps, we've got desk covers. I'm thinking of more shit to put on there. I just need to get around to doing it. But do check it out. Come and wear some of our branding, because I can't be the only one. All right, but
I spilled something on it before we started recording.
You're just a walking fucking calamity at this point.
Yes.
Fair enough. All right. Most importantly of all, I want to thank everyone who's taken time out of their busy day to listen to two idiots waffle on about tabletop role-playing games. Thank you very much, and good night.